my name is Elaine Bass, and I'm the author of Sally and 36 Cents, and the illustrator also. And my grandkids have helped me illustrate as well. Thank you, kids. Okay, so this is a story about a homeless lady, and I'm about ready to tell you some travels that she's been on, and some. Anyhow, I'm a little nervous, as you cannot tell, so I'm going to go ahead and start the story. Okay, Sally and 36 Cents. Once upon a time, there was a lady named Sally. Sally was homeless but had many friends. Is he Sally? Okay. One day, while on her travels, Sally noticed a beautiful green couch behind a thrift store. Sally was so happy she began to dance around and around. Okay. Sally walked up the front door and before she could enter, a lady working by the name of Tara stepped out and said, "Go away. You cannot come in here, for you are much too dirty. Now go, shoo, shoo," as she slammed the doors closed. Standing outside as the rain started to fall, Sally became very sad and began to cry. So Sally left. The next day, while on her travels, Sally had an unexplainable urge to return to the thrift store. Maybe I should ask about the couch one more time, she thought. On this day, a different lady named Rose was working. Before Sally could reach the door, Rose greeted Sally and welcomed her to come in. Sally said, "Hi, my name is Sally," as she introduced her two friends, Ruddy and JJ. "Ma'am, I was wondering what you were going to do with the beautiful green couch out back." "Oh, the one out back by the dumpster," replied Rose. "Yes," said Sally. "I would love to buy it, but I only have 36 cents. "Please keep your money," Rose kindly interrupted. "We couldn't sell it anyway. It's yours to have, and we can probably even deliver it for you free of charge." "I live a few miles from here," said Sally, "and I would forever be so grateful." "Oh, look, it's Skip, our delivery man. He's just arrived," said Rose. "Skip, would you ever so kindly assist my new friend? She needs the green couch out back delivered to her home." "Sure," said Skip. "I would love to help." He's a nice guy. So Skip and Sally headed to the back to load up the old green couch. "Watch out, Sally," shouted Skip. "This couch is a little heavier than it looks." So the couch was loaded and off they went. While driving down the road, Skip kindly mentioned to Sally, Sally, I have seen you around the city a time or two. We have a lot of nice items in the store we could donate. If you like, you can come back sometime and take a look around. By the way, Sally, where did you get that big coat you are wearing?" "It was my husband's coat, but, I could probably use a new hat," Sally said with a smile. Skip winked back and replied, "A new hat it is." They continued to drive, and Skip asked, "Where are we going?" "Oh, just a little farther down the road beyond the trees," replied Sally. "Nobody lives down this road," as Skip looked worriedly at Sally. "Oh, Skip, we are almost there. There is a piece of land close by where I lived long ago. My house burned down, so you can't see it from here." Skip patiently continued to drive. "Ah, here we are," said Sally. Skip stopped and unloaded the old green couch. "Hey, Sally, remember what I said. If you ever need any help, you know where to go." Sally smiled and said, "Thank you, Skip," as she humbly placed the 36 cents into the palm of his hand. Skip smiled and said, No, you hold on to that, Sally, and take care of yourself. As he jumped back into the truck, Skip looked back at Sally and exclaimed, "See you around, Sally." Sally smiled, waved, and said goodbye as the harvest sun began to set. And we know what harvest means. Okay. That night, Sally slept like a baby, just as cozy as could be. There's Sally. See her laying on the couch, waiting? Getting a good night's rest. In the middle of the night, Sally was awakened by the sound of a jingle jingle. Why, her 36 cents had fallen out of her pocket and in between the couch cushions. Suddenly, Sally sat right up. "Oh no," said Sally frantically. "God, please help me find my 36 cents. While Sally was searching for her change, she felt something very strange between the cushions. Sally wondered, what could it be? Much to her surprise, she began pulling out stacks and stacks of money. It was far too much for Sally to count. You see Sally and see the little birds? They're like, "Yay, yay, Sally, look." Okay, Sally could not sleep for the rest of the night. She became restless and filled with worry. "I must do the right thing and return the money," she thought. So Sally stuffed the money back into the couch and tried to sleep on it. Here she is. The next morning couldn't come quick enough. Sally rushed to the thrift store to tell the good news. See her running, see little birds in her pocket. She can't wait to give this money back because she's a good girl and she's honest. As Sally reached the front stairs, the door swung open. "Here you are again," yelled Tara, standing at the door. "I told you never to come back here. Now go." So that is exactly what Sally did. Sally ran as fast as she could into the city to find her homeless friends. Into the alley she went. Her friends were very smart, and some once were doctors and lawyers too. They sat down with Sally and gave her some very wise advice. "Sally, this money is rightfully yours," they said. "Do with it what you choose." You see Sally, she's running, and little birds are trying to catch her hat, and the sun looking down at her, keeping an eye on her. Sally looked around at her friends and said, "Hey, I've got a great idea," as her friends looked at her in amazement and some disbelief. Sally announced, "I am going to have a shelter built for all of my friends." And so it was done. The shelter was finished. And all of her friends were settled in. But something still was missing. Sally felt in her heart that there was some unfinished business. What could that be? Sally, Ruddy, and JJ, along with her new friend Spots the doggy, returned to the thrift store as she promised she would never forget her faithful friends. As Sally entered the thrift store, no one recognized her. She's all cleaned up and has she's looking pretty. And sometimes we get treated, badly because we don't have the nicest clothes. And people judge us. So Sally walked in and no one recognized her. Tara kindly welcomed her in. "This is Tara. This is the lady that was bullying her and being mean." She says, "Hi, my name is Sally. I am here to see Rose and Skip and to buy a new hat." If you remember correctly, Sally had a lot of money, but she stayed humbled and she bought a hat. And it wasn't from a big rich store. She bought the hat because she remembered where she came from. And here's Skip in the back working very hard, and she's going to offer them to come and so as Sally told her story to Rose and Skip, she invited them both for dinner. Wasn't that so nice? She invited them for dinner so she could tell them how thankful she was for everything they did for her. And we must never forget the people that help us in our lives. But before leaving, Sally's change of heart led her back to invite Tara for dinner as well. For Sally was taught to love everyone. So Sally went back. If you notice, what a beautiful smile, Tara. When you show people, we show anybody love, they kind of just look like love themselves. And so Tara became happy, and I guess she said yes. So at the table, Sally said grace. She said, God, thank you for this meal, my friends, this home, and God, thank you for the 36 cents. Amen. And she gave her the seat of honor, Tara. So sometimes when you have an enemy, show them a little love, and then they'll know how to return it and give it to someone else. And so it went, Sally continued to share the wealth. And where it says, Sally continued to share the wealth, it's because it really wasn't hers in the beginning. It was given to her. So she shared the wealth. And I'm pretty proud of Sally. I hope she can be a role model for a lot of children. And then I have this book. It's dedicated to my 4 loving grandkids, which I do have one more. And his name is Eli. He's the baby. And this is Ava, Taylor, Christiana, and Jordan, and baby Eli, but he's not up there. And that's it. And that's my story. And I hope you thoroughly enjoy it, and I hope that you can take this story and kind of just spread it around, spread Sally's love, and continue to just kind of try to be like Sally. Try to be Christ-like. Thank you so much.